Massive day for the unemployed. This is a pretty big update to the whole CoffeeZilla Logan Paul stuff that happened so very long ago at this point. I feel like even something that happens like in a week feels like years on the internet. So about 2 years ago, CoffeeZilla made this entire arc of Logan Paul in investigating cryptozoo where he scammed his audience out of millions and millions of dollars. And the last video from this entire saga was 8 months ago where CoffeeZilla talks about how Logan Paul is suing him. And a few days ago, this YouTube channel that I've never heard of before called Legal Bites made a video titled New Scummy Logan Paul Text Sinking His Lawsuit Against CoffeeZilla. There's some messages in these court documents where Logan Paul calls himself a petty billionaire and that CoffeeZilla will pay for all of this. We're going to dabble into all of it. First things first though, if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We're on the road to 1K, so if you'd like to help me on that journey, please consider subscribing and liking the video for the algorithm. And also, I will leave a link to the original video in the description down below if you would like to watch the whole 21-minute video yourself. We're going to look at a few clips in this video, so if you're genuinely curious, go watch the full thing. I really do recommend it. And without further ado, let's get right into it.
Proper things. The first is to try to get discovery on this other cryptozoo class action lawsuit through CoffeeZilla when everything else in that case over there is otherwise stayed. It's basically frozen. I'll explain that in just a moment. But the second improper thing is just to be a self-described petty billionaire using his massive wealth to essentially bankrupt CoffeeZilla through litigation. Now, these two arguments fit together with this motion to transfer venue because they both have to do with economy and efficiency of litigation. Essentially, if the court agrees that there's enough overlap between these two cases that it makes sense to put them together in some form or another, it really helps if CoffeeZilla can also show that Logan Paul has basically been a bad actor in filing this lawsuit in the first place, and that Paul's bad acts have been to intentionally make things less economic and less efficient, because that makes it less economic and less efficient for everyone, including the courts.
I mean, it's not that hard to prove that Logan Paul is the bad actor in this case because he quite literally stole people's hard-earned money so he can just benefit himself. He scammed people out of millions and millions of dollars. There's way too much evidence to back that shit up. So I'm honestly not I would genuinely be surprised if some way, somehow, CoffeeZilla doesn't prove that. But this isn't a college jobs Billy Mitchell situation. So I can 100% be positive that CoffeeZilla could definitely prove that Logan Paul is the bad actor here. Because he's just a horrible fucking person, okay? Nobody likes Logan Paul. I feel like if you like Logan Paul, you have to be like at least 6 years old and barely like get into like the internet and stuff. Because nobody likes this person at all. The fact that he beat AJ Styles at WrestleMania is fucking insanity to me. Although scripted, yes, but I don't think AJ Styles deserves that because he's a legend in that fucking community. And the fact that he lost to Logan fucking Paul in the biggest stage, it just brought a tear to my eye, man. I fucking skipped that match because I just don't care for Logan Paul. Nobody fucking likes this guy.
CoffeeZilla says that in addition to scheming this backdoor into the class action case, Logan Paul filed this case to use his billions of dollars to destroy CoffeeZilla in retaliation for making him look bad and to serve a message to anyone who might criticize him. Specifically, he says, Paul is also using this lawsuit to punish CoffeeZilla, whom Paul perceives as his online nemesis, and make him a cautionary tale to other critics.
He's a little gnat. He's like a little fucking annoying gnat. It bothers me. He won. He got to me, bro. He's the most formidable opponent I've had. I'm not kidding.
Paul's own messages with friends and associates explicitly confirm his motive. And then CoffeeZilla attaches a bunch of text messages that they got from Paul's phone. First, there's this. Logan Paul says, lawyering up, suing this MFer into the ground. Then his friend says, then everything will come out, court docs public. Then Logan says, so everyone will see what happened for better or for worse.
I'm sorry, real quick, I just want to say, the first part where he's like lawyering up, it just reminds me of the scene from Social Network where the dude's like, you better lawyer up, asshole. I don't know, because of, I forgot what was the purpose of that scene? Whatever, it's not the point. It just reminded me of that scene. Because oh no, it was because the dude didn't get the stocks afterwards, or the shares or whatever. That's not the point. It just reminded me of that scene from The Social Network.
Then the texts go on where the friend says to let others know it's not worth coming at you and there's a price to pay. To which Logan responds, that's the idea, need to shut it down. Then the friend continues, public humiliation is always more effective, and Logan responds, totally agree. And then CoffeeZilla says Paul also admitted that he's suing him just to make his life difficult. And he says Zilla will pay one way or another. I'll make sure of it. And even when CoffeeZilla says one of Paul's friends tries to talk him out of the idea of spending time trying to punish CoffeeZilla by stating, bro, you're a billionaire, Paul responds with, a petty billionaire. And finally, CoffeeZilla says that Paul even admits that he just wants to make CoffeeZilla suffer along with anyone else he feels has wronged him. And here he attaches text where Paul says, I want people who wronged me to suffer while I continue getting wins on their grave.
If Logan Paul was to randomly disappear one day, nobody would fucking care. Genuinely, nobody would care at all whatsoever. The only person that can hurt Logan Paul's reputation is Logan Paul himself, okay? Reading these messages from the court documents, it's clearly like out of just pettiness. Like he said, he's, quote, a petty billionaire just to make CoffeeZilla's life a fucking mess and a living hell, when the dude's like reporting is honestly insane on a lot of shit that he does. So overall, chat, what do I think? Fuck Logan Paul. He's just like one of the worst fucking people on the planet, and I would not give a singular fuck if he just disappeared or was never to be heard of ever again. Swear to fucking God. But regardless, with that being said, if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I've seen everybody talk about this, and I saw these court document screenshots over on Twitter, and then I saw people referencing this video. So yeah, check out this video down below, and yeah, that's really about it. Peace.